is money, honey. All we talk is money.
This is going to be the most fun interview of the day.
Yes.
Why?
Well, we had Roger. We had serious.
We had some serious people. Not that these lovely ladies aren't serious, but they look lovely, intelligent. One may or may not be married to a Russian oligarch mafia boss. But we've got two lovely ladies in the house that are contributors to Turning Point USA. To my left, we've got the cute conservative in the house, Alex Clark. And to Vinny's right, to my left, she's friends with Ashley St. Clair, so she already has cool
Street
points
cred.
in my book. Street cred. Erin Elmore is in the house.
Hi.
Ladies, welcome to Valuetainment.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is definitely already the most fun I've had.
Definitely.
You're getting pet.
I know, and you guys
Pet
have
it?
such.
Is it?
I don't
is it
know her
pet
well
it?
enough to start petting her, but give us some time.
But you guys have such alpha, handsome energy.
Thank you.
Listen.
I
All
All right, let's
Yeah.
end the podcast.
Yeah,
right
guys,
now,
that's all we got.
We
Thank
got a
you.
hotel room
See
here.
you later. Yeah.
So, ladies, tell us what you do here for Turning Point. You guys, how long have you guys known each other?
4.5 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
4
so
or
this
5
is a
years.
long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Long
But
term
you're
committed.
married. You've been married for a
long-
while.
11 years.
You have a 10-year-old.
have a 10-year-old
You're
son.
out there looking for a man.
Yeah, I'm single.
I
we
think you guys
gonna
look like
find
the
you
right
someone
ones.
today. He's going to be conservative. He's
Yes.
going to be intelligent. I'm neither of those two,
Okay,
but
all right.
we'll work with what we got. So tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you're doing here at Turning Point.
So I host the Spillover podcast. It is a podcast targeted towards young conservative women, 25 to 35. I release one episode every Friday where I interview a different fascinating person or expert. So I always tell people it could be someone that has survived a serial killer to a child psychoanalyst. All kinds of stuff. Former FBI agents, the guy who created the FBI dive team has been on my show, Bobby Chacon. So all kinds of fascinating people, but the goal is to educate and entertain women. Dating and relationships, all kinds of stuff.
Why are women so obsessed / fascinated with serial killers?
I think it's because we physically... Like, we are at a loss. Like, if that were to come, if you guys have a chance, but if that happens to us, like, we're done. And so I think it's just, like, that scary, thing.
Is it scary, or is it just like the obsession of like somebody's like, listen, he stalked me, he wanted me. So I think it's the attention
So some
factor.
of it's a little bit hot. So sometimes it's just, like, a little bit sexy.
Yeah, he's look at how much he was in the bushes and hiding, and like he could have fallen out of that tree, stalking her, and then he killed her.
He wanted to eat my kidneys. That's how much he
if
loves
that's
me.
not love,
yes.
if that's not wanting a piece of you
Yeah,
inside of
he
me,
wants to consume you.
Wow.
That's
Right.
Women are into
love.
that.
yeah, they love that.
Okay, so Erin, perfect segue to you. How'd you meet your husband? You find him in the bushes, stalker? You bailed him out of jail? How did it happen?
No, that was just all my ex-boyfriends straight out of prison. The good thing about dating someone in prison, I've never done that. I just think it's a funny thing to say, that they can't really cheat on you in there. Or
I mean,
Well,
depending on how
not under their own volition, if you know what I mean.
Adam, great word by the way, because I have no idea what the hell that means. But go
by
ahead.
your own free will. I mean, on your own free will.
sweetheart.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
here's
Got
the
it,
thing
honey.
about Erin that's juicy. Erin knows tea about everyone in the conservative movement.
Oh, really?
She is the secret keeper of everyone in the conservative movement. She has dirt on everybody. Like, don't cross Erin.
Aaron, how do you get such
I
access
don't,
to
I'm just going to let that sit right there, but let's just go to the basic intro.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, I don't have a podcast, but I was on the show The Apprentice back in the day when it was the #1 show on television.
Oh,
and
wow.
That's how I got to know Donald Trump.
Okay.
And then
Sick.
fast forward, I worked on his campaign in 2016 as the deputy press secretary at the RNC.
Oh, wow.
And I do a ton of Fox, a ton of Newsmax, and a ton of secret conservative gossip that I won't tell anybody.
The most obvious question here is, how long did it take for you to
Get fired?
be fired?
Get fired. So I got
Get
fired
fired.
and rehired. So I was on all but 2 episodes.
Wow.
Who won that season?
A girl named Kendra. She lives in my town now in Florida, and she's great.
Kendra.
Wow.
Kendra what?
Kendra, why am I blanking?
Whatever. Her name is Kendra.
Well, because we
Google
only
it.
go by first names on the show, really.
Gotcha.
Kendra Todd. Sorry, I was blanking.
Everyone loves Kendra. Okay.
Kendra.
And so you don't have a podcast.
No.
You're
I
just,
just do a lot
you're
of TV.
wild, you're beautiful, you're rambunctious, you're just out there wearing ostrich fur, and you worked for Trump.
Yes.
Okay. No, Alex, you have a podcast, and you're interviewing all types of murderers, killers, victims, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and you're doing relationships and money on your
Yes.
show. So I have an interesting theory to ask you guys. So somebody
Go for
recently
it.
gave me this advice for dating. They told me that it's absolutely crucial and imperative you should find out how much a guy makes on the first date because, and his relationship to money, because it will tell you if he is going to be okay with you being a stay-at-home mom later, is what they told me. Like, you should ask them, like, so did you go on a lot of vacations growing up? Like, what is their relationship with money, apparently? I don't know. It was a hot take. It was something
Yeah.
I'd never heard before. I was like, I don't know if that's good advice.
You just walked right into my wheelhouse, young lady.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're going to find out how much money I make.
Watch.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I guess it is just asking questions like, what do you do?
I work
what
in
do you do on your
finance.
free time?
I
Do you
work
travel a
in-
lot?
Which
Yeah.
boarding school did you go to growing up?
Yeah.
I didn't go to
Oh,
boarding
I
school.
love your watch.
Or you could just cut to the chase and be like, do you have the Chase app? Let me see it.
Yeah.
Now, see, this
Open
advice
it.
seemed crazy
What color
to me.
is your credit card?
Exactly.
Black.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Black. Sorry.
Black,
yeah,
like
I-
my men, you know.
Racist.
Not here at
I'm
Turning
so
Point.
good at
Nope.
this.
All right. So, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. So you're ripe.
I
Meaning,
guess.
like, now's the time.
But she
Now's
told
the
me
time.
she likes
'Cause if
young
you-
guys.
How
Really?
I like 25. I think 25 to 30-ish is like my jam.
Let me explain something to you. I feel the need to have an intervention. Men date down, women date up.
Yeah.
What do I mean? Men are perfectly comfortable dating or marrying someone shorter, lesser income, don't have a car, don't care. They'll pull you out of a trash can. If you're beautiful on the outside and on the inside, they will take care of you and change your life. 100%. Women will not do that same for men. Women want men who are taller, stronger, better financially, nicer car, better educated. Women want someone that they respect and admire. Men want someone that they could love and feel, have a nice lifestyle with. So, do I think you should start dating younger? I think that's a recipe for disaster for most situations.
I
Okay.
agree.
Well, I
So-
personally, I want like an older 95-year-old woman with a lot of money that's about to kick the bucket.
In a
Because
wheelchair.
I'll hug her, I'll kiss her, she's dead, I'll take the money, and then I could go for the younger, more
But
attractive
listen,
girl.
different strokes for different folks. What happened in your last relationship?
Oh, ouch.
So he was 32, so he was older, and
By like a minute.
by like a minute.
Like a minute.
And it was a classic case of like, well, I need more time before I'm ready to get married. Like, it's always that. This
Who
is
needed that?
every relationship I've had in the last 5 years. It ends with the guy saying like, well, I don't know, I'm just not ready for marriage yet. Every time. It doesn't matter like if they're younger than me, older than me, mid 30s, late 30s. Like, that's how it is.
Well, let me explain something. And this is one of the few things I disagree with the great Charlie Kirk on, because he's basically telling young people, hurry up, get married, have kids. And I'm like, I'm not born and raised in the church. I'm not that dude. I'm born and raised in Miami, so it's a little bit different. But I think most young people are living in major cities, whether it's Miami, New York, LA, Chicago, Dallas, and they want to actually explore and be young for a while. I don't think a man should even consider settling down and having kids and being married until he's at least 30.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
100%.
You agree?
My husband got married for the first time at 45.
And what
That's
was
me,
that?
that's
What-
my age.
Why was that? What was his reason? It was
It's-
strategic?
Well, he was working really hard. He built a company. He sold that company. He's
Yeah.
a 9/11 survivor. That took a few years off his
Wow.
life.
God, man.
Yeah, dealing with all that. And then he was like, woke up one day. It was like the cloud kind of cleared. And he's like, it's time to get married before I get gross.
Yeah, exactly. But so a man needs to
That's what
know
someone said.
when to. So are you familiar with the sexual market value chart and how
Yeah.
the
No, tell
SMV
us.
works?
No, tell us.
So men and women have different sexual market values, okay? So if you look at there's two different charts here. I'll try to explain. There's a pie chart of what men are looking for and a pie chart of what women are looking for. Turns out what men are looking for, 80% is looks. Shocker, okay? The other 20% is age, resources, status, occupation, personality, all that. That's why you never see a guy being like, look at my ugly fat wife, but she's super sweet and super smart. Guys don't care. Those are all bonuses. That's amazing. Whereas women, there's an equal distribution. We just talked about 80% beauty. It's actually like a third, like 25% all around, where it's looks and age. That's one. Money and resources. That's actually the biggest one. personality and how you interact with people. So for men, you need to be sort of the full package. Whereas a man, a lot of times, and I don't recommend this, they'll just marry a supermodel that doesn't speak English.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I have a theory that like guys do not give a crap if you went to college or have a college degree.
Don't give a shit.
They
Wow.
don't
Not
care.
at all.
Like they're not impressed at all by that.
Do you want someone smart too? I mean, I understand.
I would
that-
love. So I'm big on banter. Video
Yeah.
short.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I personally, and you nailed it. Somebody that's fun, like perfect examples, both of you. Sense of humor. We always hear that word, sense of humor. I never met you. We hit it off. You're hilarious, and I think we have what is there 5 senses? Hear, touch, smell, all that stuff.
Taste.
The
Think of-
Sixth Sense.
the
We saw
sixth-
that movie with
the
Bruce
sixth
Willis.
sen- Yeah,
He
well,
sees dead
if you
people.
think about it, to me, the Sixth Sense. Every time you hear sense of humor, why do we say sense of humor? Because it's something that connects us on a different level. Because you have to be smart to get the joke. When people say, "Dude, did you not get it?" It is something different. It is that it factor when it comes to like personality. And I think when it comes to that, if I could be with a girl, obviously, and Adam, you say this many times, we're visual creatures. Like I see
Yeah.
beauty, I see beauty. The cherry on top is if we're laying there or we're hanging out and we could talk crap about other people together, make fun of each other and go on that journey together and have that sense of humor, because I think people complicate relationships so much when you hear all these factors and it's like, bro, find someone that you can get along with. The numbers and shit, okay, obviously age, but like, can I hang out with you all the time? Can I be there? Because think about it, are you gonna be there for my worst and at my best, and we're still gonna be chill? You know what I mean? I think people with too much age and money and all that, just fucking find love. How about just finding love first? Fuck all the other shit.
So,
Adam,
why,
are you in a relationship?
Not today, but
It's more of a relationship. shit.
Oh,
when I get back to Miami, there might be someone that upset to hear that. However,
I'm joking.
Wow.
Dang. Ouch.
I'm joking.
Those Miami girls are
Yeah.
tough. You need to date a little. Come to Palm Beach County.
I've lived in Palm Beach. yeah,
Better
bro.
quality. You know. Those,
I've done the Palm Beach thing. It's not really for me. Okay?
no, I don't mean that. Miami girls are crazy.
I know.
Like,
He
they're the
knows.
crazy-
Like poop on your porch crazy or what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
how
looking
did
for
you
Amber
know?
Heard.
Hey, have you met his ex?
So, where do you live, by the way?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, so Scottsdale's got beautiful women. How,
Yes.
how are the guys out here?
The guys are, I mean, they're 25 driving Maseratis and they want to, get chicks, get money.
Yeah, but those
Like,
aren't their
that's
Maseratis.
priority.
It's mommy and daddy's
Yeah.
Maseratis.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like
Maserati.
Miami too. So
You
yeah.
want a man that makes his own money that doesn't have to rely on mommy and daddy. How'd you meet your man?
We were set up on a blind date, and on the first date, I was just like had a lot going on professionally, and I was just sort of not that into it. And then on the second date, I gave him like a Monday date because he's
Pushing, persistent.
He's a sales guy, He was like asking me out.
My kind of guy.
Follow up.
Yeah.
Follow up. Okay. Like finally, I gave in. And I said I'll go out with you on a Monday. So he came down from New York. We went out on a Monday. He said, "What do you want to drink?" I said, "I don't know. Surprise me." So I go to the bathroom and I come back, and every glass of wine on the menu was on the table.
What? Oh, he was trying to get
No.
you
He's
toasted.
just buying you
Way.
affection.
But it was a cute little gesture,
Okay.
and I
That's
laughed.
cute.
And
So here's a question for you.
was cute.
Were you initially attracted to him?
oh yeah, he's a super attractive
He's
guy.
very
Okay.
handsome.
Yeah.
He's
So
like
why-
Silver Fox.
He's really cute.
So he's about a decade older than you? How much?
14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But he's cute.
How does the age difference thing work? So I did an episode on my show a couple weeks ago where we talked about the different pros and cons of different age ranges, right? So like if you're closer in age, you have similar backgrounds and you've grown up listening to the same things. And then there's like the 5 to 10 year age gap where there's a little coaching, there's all that, but there's one is clearly more established and more further along in their career. Then there's like the 10 to 15 plus age difference, and it's like, you just be young and hot, I'll just be old and rich, we'll take it from there, let's figure this thing out. So how did it work in your thing?
Well, he had sold a company, so he was.
There's the rich thing.
And then now he's working again and starting another one. But I love it because he always wanted me to work. He encouraged me to pursue my dreams and passions, which I'm doing. And he had really good advice for me. Like, he's a CEO of a company, so anytime I wanted to bounce something off him or run something by him, he gave me the best advice you could probably get from a person, right?
Yeah.
And I was also raised by a dad that was like loved 70s music, and I had older cousins that loved 80s.
So he kind of reminded you of your dad. is
Not
what
at
you're
all.
saying.
There's-
Daddy issues.
Not at all. My dad's like the best. But so I'm saying, like, I had older cousins, and so he's in the middle of those generations. So I appreciated and sort of like loved the 80s music, loved
Nice.
the 70s music. So it wasn't like that weird, other than he didn't know how to use technology, because one time I sent a picture on, I think it was BBM. Remember that, like, BlackBerry Messenger?
Yeah.
Of course.
So I got a new pair of shoes, and I was like, sent him a picture in the shoes, and he didn't know how to open it. And I'm like, did you like those shoes? I think you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I got it.
And he was like, oh, those shoes are great. I was like, forget it.
I'm done.
Forget it.
Yeah,
I'm done.
you were wearing something else with the shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technology wasn't.
Aaron, one more question for you. When you met him, he was the CEO of a company?
Yes, he still is.
And what were you doing?
I was actually working at a law firm and and I had a job on air at QVC because I lived in Philadelphia.
Oh my
So-
gosh, that's like my dream job.
Oh my God, it was so
QVC?
fun. So I was on air
Yes.
at QVC and working in like a capacity at a law firm. So I was doing extremely well.
How long did you guys date before you got engaged?
6 months.
Wow.
You know, when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And then how long did the marriage and then the first child happen? The one child?
Very fast.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right there.
So then I'm going somewhere with this. When did you just stop working completely?
Never. I'm still working now. I'm
No.
here.
But that now, I'm not talking now. Your kid's 10 years old.
I never
at
stopped.
At no point did you stop doing legal or QVC?
No.
Why did he want you to continue working and not just
Because
focus
he
on
knew
raising your child?
He knew it made me really happy.
Okay.
And I loved it. And I think it was a little bit of a flex for him. How about that?
Why was it a flex?
Oh, my wife, like, look at her. You know, she was on The Apprentice. She's on TV. She's doing all this. I think he thinks it's
personality.
cool.
It's a personality
I
thing.
think he thought it was cool.
That's interesting because we're going to help our friend Alex out
We
over
are.
here. There's a difference between showing up to work and just doing sort of grunt work. Yeah, I'm an assistant. Yeah, whatever, fill in the blank. I'm a teacher, whatever it is. But the TV thing adds a different sort of like, yeah, my wife's hot and she's on TV. Kind of
Yeah.
like what you're doing out there on QVC these days, apparently.
We got to get you
But
on
out
there,
here.
girl.
But
I
that's
just
why
think
you
it's fascinating.
But ultimately, because you started this conversation off with how much money a man makes
No,
and
but
finding out
again-
if he's comfortable having you be a housewife.
Yeah. This wasn't my advice. That's why I was like, is this
Yeah.
horrible advice? It sounded a little sketch to me. That's why I wanted to ask you. It was like, somebody
Okay.
told me this, and I was like, I don't know about all that.
Well,
but I thought it was interesting.
Let me ask you the question that I was sort of getting at with our friend Erin over here. Do you want to be a housewife? Is that an
Yes.
ideal job?
Yes.
Oh, so that's a goal of yours.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, 'cause
Hey, we're getting somewhere.
Because
here,
I was trying to
Yeah.
say, like, I want the girl that I'm with, if we're, younger and she's entrepreneur, she's doing her thing. But once my wife starts having children, please stay home.
No, that's me.
Be there, like, that's what, do shit online. I'm not talking about OnlyFans or something stupid, which, I mean, if there's money in it for both of us, no, I'm joking. I mean, if we can both show our feet,
10%.
no, I'm by the way-
10% for the
Feeds
big guy.
only.
by the way, yeah, but I'm completely joking because my wife there's no way my girlfriend would ever be on OnlyFans, and no disrespect.
Wait,
to-
you're married?
No, I want to get. I'm on
okay.
the market.
Oh, okay.
Lady.
But what I'm saying is, like,
Gentlemen.
once my wife, Adam, we're gonna talk about our going green after. Malik, stop. That was way too hard of a laugh for that bullshit. But I think once my wife starts having kids, I want her home. I want her to take care of them. I want her, because that's her job. Like, that is a job, making sure that the kid is raised and right and everything, nurturing, and then I come home. That's what I want. And a man, I think, should strive to be able to do that. And then listen, once the kids are out of the house and you want to explore and do other shit, that's fine, but that's a long road. It's a long road. That's me. That's my
Alex, I
opinion.
actually really appreciate the fact that you positioned the question that way, because that's kind of where we're going here. We have a happily married woman with a 10-year-old child who married a CEO who's buying wine by the bottle to whatever she wants
It's
over
just
here.
glasses.
But this is important because the rise of modern feminism have fed women the following thesis: you don't need no man, you don't need anyone to take care of you. Rely on yourself. Work, get your bag, girl. That whole vibe.
Girl boss.
Girl boss vibes, everything that goes along with that, which is great to focus on in your 20s. Cool. But here's the problem. At 30, it begins to be like, I've been around a ton of women at 30 where they kind of get the
itch.
what's happening right
That's
now.
me.
But let me tell you, if that itch doesn't get scratched by the time you're 35, by the time you're 40, that itch just turned into a rash, and no guy's marrying a chick with a rash.
And the rash is coming from the cats because she's gonna have 9 of them.
Oh, God.
So, so from a woman's perspective, because you're kind of asking a guy's perspective, and yes, I'm at the position of my life where whoever I marry, they can choose whether to work or not to work. Like this is part of the reason I tell men not to get married sooner rather than later. Build yourself up, make your money, be the best person possible, look your best, feel your best, act your best, make sure your bank account is the best possible situation. And then when you meet the woman of your dreams, boom, dream life. But for women, I want to understand your perspective because you're one of the youngest millennials,
Yes,
right?
yes, I am.
29, 30?
30.
Perfect. Give me the mindset of a working woman today that wants to find love, but also doesn't want to feel like a second-class citizen relying on their man for anything.
Well, see, that's the thing. I would love to rely on my man for everything.
Perfect.
But I would say so millennials were sold that girl boss thing really heavily.
Yeah.
I don't know if you just saw in the last month or so, there was a viral video of a girl crying about working a 9 to 5.
In her
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
I've done reactions to hundreds of these types of
Okay,
videos, but
so-
which one was this?
So this girl was crying because she said so I just graduated from college. I think she lives right outside of New York City. She must go into the city from New Jersey or something. She was like, by the time I'm done commuting and I get to the city for work, I have only been home for a couple hours before I have to go to bed and go do it all over again, with commute time and everything. She's like, I have no time for dating. I have no time for a social life. I can't eat healthy food because I'm on the run so much that the only thing I have time for is unhealthy fast food. She hates her life. And she was like, I just don't understand because I was told to go to college, get the degree, get the job. I did all that, but it's just not what I was told it should be.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this duh!
Yeah.
Because women were not, it's very, very, I think minority like Erin, I think thrive in that type of mode and environment. I think the majority of women really love that soft life and crave that soft life. And our bodies, we were not meant to do the hard, high stress, high powered 9 to 5 like men.
You're like a minor,
yeah.
a minor.
So what
You
I'm
don't see
talking
many
about-
female minors.
By the way, I'm not out here grinding it. You know what I mean? I do this,
Yeah.
and I'm not the primary breadwinner in my
Right, right,
family.
right.
My job is a glorified hobby.
But see, this is the thing though, when you're talking
We're
about
gonna get back to
millennials,
that.
when you're talking about millennials, so this girl's Gen Z. This girl just graduated college that made this viral video that everyone was talking about. And it's because she's like, well, I don't understand because millennials, this is what all of them did, but now she's seeing that we're all unhappy because now we're entering our 30s finally, and so we're 10 years ahead, and she's like, oh shit, everything was a lie that I've learned.
Weird.
So it's a huge thing that's happening. My audience is experiencing that.
course.
So many of us, we want to be stay-at-home moms, we want to homeschool our kids, all of that. Want to be a submissive wife, that's a huge topic of conversation.
Yeah. How do you feel about being a submissive wife?
Yes. I think that's the way God intended.
See, that's perfect. Where
this
the
is
hell
the
are
thing.
these girls?
But-
1 out of
Vinny.
10,000?
But it's not just I want to be a submissive wife, bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, of course.
I want to be a submissive wife to a guy that's worth submitting to.
And
you
there it
have
is.
to be a guy that is worth submitting to, and a girl will submit to you. You don't have to have a conversation either. You're a weirdo if you're a guy that's like, well, I'm looking for a submissive wife. That's very weird. It's not even a
you
conversation.
live in your mom's basement on a mattress on the
Yeah.
floor, buddy.
Yeah.
Nobody's submitting to you.
It's
okay.
it's not a thing you have to ask. It'll just happen. But I'm saying but girls, we want that. We want a guy to be not, hey, when are you free? When would you like to go to dinner? What restaurants do you like?
We're
It's
going.
no, we're going to dinner. I'm going this day. Meet me there or don't, and we will show up. We'll be like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah.
By the way,
love
dinner's
it.
at
Love
8
it.
o'clock tonight.
Dinner's at
Be
8.
ready, okay?
Yeah, and a casual question, girls. So when it comes to not to bring it back to the political realm, but I'm genuinely curious. We talked about this many times. Nobody's given me an answer, and I'm trying to figure out why conservative women are ridiculously more. I'm using the word ridiculously more attractive than Democrat women. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know if it's the colors of the part. I don't know the water. Do you guys tend to be more attractive to conservative men, or where are you guys at?
I am
Yeah.
not touching. I don't even talk to liberals.
And what's the main goal? Why if you weren't married, why would you what shunned you away?
Even Democrat chicks on TikTok, college girls that are Democrats will be like, okay, but I have a super big weakness for Republican men. That's a thing. Girls talk about it all the
And
time.
why do you guys think it is?
Because they're more attractive. Because they're men. They act like men. They're not just soy beta baby back bitches.
I've actually done some research on this. Why are Republicans or conservatives more attractive than liberals?
Really?
It actually comes down to thinking for oneself or doing for oneself. So self-reliance. So personal responsibility, personal finance, self-esteem, doing the things that you have to do in life yourself rather than someone else doing it for you.
Wow.
So the more left friends of ours, they'll rely on the government, they'll rely on their parents, they'll rely on organizations or political situations to kind of help them out and others. So if you, at the end of the day, the famous thing, nobody's coming to save you.
They're not.
So most Republican women or even men realize, I got to do this shit myself.
Yeah.
More Republican men are like, no, I got to hit the gym. I'm not just going to rely on Ozempic or whatever the hell's going on there. Women will say,
everyone on Ozempic. No, but you guys, have you seen, like, at first they look everyone looks really, really good. Like,
And then?
No, but then
The skin starts falling
it's
off.
like you're melting. And
Yeah.
You know that famous, very famous painting, The
Scream?
That is what
That's
everyone
it.
on Ozempic
I
looks
wanna
like.
look like
It's freaky.
that.
It's freaky.
Yeah, it's not healthy, and now they're saying a bunch of health issues are coming
Well,
up.
people are pooping their pants.
Yeah, just random. It's like, hey, listen,
Really?
Yes,
you
you
just
poop your pants.
You just crapped in your pants, but you're like,
But I'm
look at
skinny.
my
I weigh
ass.
105 pounds.
you know what's
My ass is
not hot on a first date, by the way. Never a good
Probably
question.
not on a second date
No,
either.
never.
But you know
at
what I
all.
would say to these
Yeah, go
liberal
ahead.
men? These weights aren't going to lift themselves. These guns
Oh.
aren't going to fire themselves. This money isn't going to make itself.
This money ain't going to spend itself, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So here's where I want to go back to your housewife thing, because I think this is such an interesting conversation. I could do this all day. Maybe we'll spend a little more time. Here's the question for you. You're doing well. You've made a name for yourself. You're working, but you also realize, all right, time to kind of wind this thing down, because you can't do both.
Well, I've been.
You can't raise
I think
kids
the
and also work
misconception is
full-time.
because I do this and that I'm
Yeah.
not married yet is because I've been pushing it off. Like I would have gotten married at 18. It just hasn't happened yet.
Gotcha.
But I definitely want that. And the beautiful thing about doing this job and working in media is, like, I could say if I want to do one podcast a week, I mean, I could take 2 days, film 4 podcasts.
Yes.
That's my month of podcasts, and that's it. Like then I'm home the rest of the time.
So media is a little bit different, because you do an hour podcast, that's your day of work, whether it's Candace Owens,
Yeah.
whether it's Megyn Kelly, it's a lot easier. You can rely on your beauty and your intellect and your savviness to just get some work done. But, you talked about men working and women working. Here's my question for you. Men were built to work, hunter-gatherers. We're about to go hunt. We're about to go get some woolly mammoths. We'll cook it, have dinner. The gatherers, your home and society. So the reason that the women are having these breakdowns, and I've reacted to videos, I've spoken to these women. One woman was like, "Someone come save me. I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't." Men are built to work. No man is like, "I'm sick of working." It's like, we get it. So what women have to ask themselves, and what you should probably ask, and this is a question for you, is what percentage of the household income would you like to contribute?
I mean, none.
I love it. She was like, yes,
Well,
yes.
There you go.
In fairness, I don't contribute any of my income to the family.
Yeah,
Let's
of
be
course.
very serious.
So let me
I
guess,
mean, who
you're
else is paying for this?
Yeah, exactly. So your CEO husband pays for everything
Yes.
in your life.
Yes.
But when you want to go shopping, that you shop with your money.
Yes, his
Okay.
money is my money, and my money is my money.
But
I respect that.
Like,
But
I don't put any of my
imagine a guy.
Going, hey,
Vinny,
man.
go attempt to give this speech. Hey, Vinny, what percentage of the household income do you want to contribute to you and your wife?
Not one red cent, Adam.
Well,
And
good
guess
luck.
what?
Yeah.
Her money, my money, my money, my money. And guess what? The kid's piggy bank, that's my money too. Because I see him putting hundreds in there all the
it
time.
just doesn't work. But here's the reality. This is the type of message that modern feminism, or whatever you want to call it, social democrats or whatever, they don't understand this message. They don't want to hear this message. But this is the message for the last 10 million years.
Okay, so my response to that is everybody that says, "Oh my gosh, that's so backwards, that's so misogynistic, you've internalized misogynism," whatever that is.
Patriarchy.
Yeah, the patriarchy,
patriarchy.
all that crap. My response to that is you have had over 50 years to do your little feminist experiment.
Yeah.
How are women doing? We are more depressed than ever. We have more anxiety than ever. We're so unhappy.
Unhealthy.
So you've had your time to do your little game. Now it's our turn to try something else.
Yep.
And then we can see how we ended up, which way was better.
Yep. And it's funny that 50 years that you're talking about the feminist women for women, and women are so important, and then all of a sudden
Now men are in there.
come in
Yeah.
at the transgender movement, and all that whole movement, because none of them are saying shit. None of them are saying anything. It's like, bro, all this stuff that you guys fought against men to be women, now men are coming and going, hey, we are you, and you got the majority of these feminists like, yeah, you're a woman. There goes your feminism right there.
Here's my wiener in the locker room.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Exactly.
Let me give a shout
Let's
out
go
to
swim with these balls.
Our
Sorry.
CEO and founder, Patrick Bet-David. Any Patrick Bet-David fans in the house there at PBD? Anybody? All right. We're taking names. Whoever didn't clap, we're coming after
Yeah,
you
we
guys.
see you.
Yeah, you, young lady right there. So, he wrote a book, the most recent, his last book, Your Next 5 Moves was a Wall Street Journal #1 bestseller. This latest one, Choose Your Enemies Wisely, is actually performing better. So we'll see where that ends up. We have to choose our enemies. So like I've chosen, my enemy is the truth or the anti-truth, okay? So the truth is that men are built to do certain things and women are built to do certain things for all of history. Now, that's not saying that a man can't help around the house and do the dishes, right? Not at all. That's not saying that a woman is incapable of working. Not at all. But universal truths, men are the workers, they're the protectors, they're providers, they're there for their woman, they're there for their family. Women are nurturing, they're feminine, they're lovely, they're bringing something else to the table. But over the last basically 2 decades, it's been like, yeah, everyone can do whatever the hell they want to do. So I chose my enemies as sort of modern feminism or even beta males that are basically like, yeah, let the woman work. And just how it happened was I became internet beefing with Chelsea Handler.
Oh, good for you.
Okay. So Chelsea and I went back and forth for weeks.
Because of what? Because of her viral videos saying like, I'm 45 and I can sleep in all day. Those things.
And drink a gallon of vodka in the morning.
She's almost 50 now. So.
And she's miserable.
But is that what you called her out on?
Yeah, well, ironically enough, she called me out on something. I wasn't even talking about Chelsea. I basically did a stat. This is something you should know. We should probably go deeper on this. Morgan Stanley, pretty credible financial institution, did a study called the She Economy, where they basically said that 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 by 2030, so in the next 6 years, will be, it's the highest percentage of all time, will be unmarried, single, no kids. And my response to that was like, look, if you think having a couple $100,000 in your bank account and being a 32-year-old woman or being a 45-year-old woman with $500,000 in your pocket is gonna truly make you happy, but you have no man, no kids, no family, you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
And she reacted to that video and she's like, well, I'm happy as hell. I'm 49. I drink vodka in the mornings. I dildo myself. I like all like this
Disgusting.
is
Disgusting.
I'm like, so this is what you want modern women to be? You want to end up like Chelsea Handler? So we went back
Childless
and forth.
alcoholics.
So childless alcoholics, exactly. So what's my point? Look at the Chelsea Handlers of the world and ask yourself, do I want that? But I'll be 99% poor. Because you're not going to have $20 million like Chelsea. So how do you think that message would work to your fellow millennial beautiful women?
They can't deny that there's some truth to that because of so many of us now very unhappy and trying to go for IVF to have a family and stuff, but then that isn't working. I mean, this is just it's a huge epidemic. They're starting to realize, oh, we got because big fertility was preying on us. They were telling us, oh yes, put off having a family, do all this, so that they would spend $40,000 trying to have a kid. Yeah. May not even work, but they're making so much money off of these sad millennials. It was all a scheme. Everybody was manipulated, and so many of us now are waking up to that, where they're like, well, they may not be comfortable saying the word conservative, like they're not gonna be like, I'm a conservative now, but they're like, okay, I might agree with some of these traditional ideas. And that's all you need. You just need a little hook like that. They're going to start to search that deeper.
Well, of course. Well, I wish you luck. I think you're beautiful. I think you're intelligent. I think you're ready to get wed. Any eligible gentlemen out there that want to meet our friend over here? Just let us know.
Yeah. But I'm not 25, I'm 45.
Sauce, you know I got you.
Oh, Mike, there we go. Mike's on the market. And guys, one because we have to go, but I want to ask this beautiful girl too. What do you give to advice for the people out there that are married? How do you keep that fire and how do you keep that passion? How do you keep everything fresh? Is it distance? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, oh, no, I'm being serious because you see somebody every day, you're like, I don't care. Tom Brady with what's it Giselle? Trust me, he's like
money.
Leave.
Look at the girl. She's wearing an ostrich coat.
I know it bit me, but I want to hear.
She spends her man's money.
No, if you marry for money, you earn every penny of it.
Thank you, but go ahead.
If you marry for money, you earn every penny of it. I think.
Well, I don't know about that. Because the famous saying is those that marry, women who marry for money and men that marry for beauty will equally be disappointed in the end if that's all you're solving.
That's a good point.
Okay, no, because Trump and Melania they both said that openly that's what happened at first, and they were like, and it's worked out great.
Yeah.
They obviously have shared values.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think the key to being married for 11 years is I have a strong personality and he has a strong personality. Doing our own thing, but then coming together and communicating with each other.
That's it. Communication's the biggest.
And he lets me like fly, you know.
I love that.
I have a big personality. He doesn't ever get on me for going out with my friends or what are you doing? Where are you? Because I wouldn't be able to be with someone that was like, Where are you? What are you doing?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up to these two lovely ladies, Alex Clark, Erin Elmore. Thank you guys for being here. Look forward to doing more.
You guys are amazing. This was so
guys.
fun.
Wasn't that fun?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.